Hello YouTube friends, I hope this is working. I've got my new camera. It just came the other day, but I've been really busy the past couple of days, so I haven't had an opportunity to try it. Now, I've charged the battery up, did that the first day it came, but now I'm going to try and work out if I'm actually recording this. I've already done this once to a camera that was turned off, so let's see if I can actually manage to do this. It is going to make, once I get the hang of this, it is going to make a massive difference to the way that I can make content for this channel. And right now, from the outset, I'm going to say thank you to all the people who've signed up to my Patreon page, because it's down to you guys that I've got this camera in the first place. In the past, I would do all my recording on this iPad, which was really, really hard, because I would have to balance it on a box with a bottle of olive oil and a brick behind it and all of that, and it was really complicated, and it meant that going outside to film was a challenge, because I would have to first of all set it all up and find somewhere to make it work. So this little camera, I did quite a bit of research, and what I did in the end was I follow a channel called Vivi Did Next. She's a gardening channel, and she has an allotment in London, and she's a really sparky, bright girl, and I like her a lot. And she makes great videos, so I actually sent her a message and said, what camera do you use? And she was really generous. Within an hour, she replied to me and told me about the vlogging camera that she uses, and it's this one. So I bought it. It's a Panasonic. Excuse me, Norma. It's a Panasonic. It looks like that. And I bought it because the first goal on my Patreon was to buy a camera that would make my life easier, hopefully the quality of the videos better, and include the range of things I'm able to do. So a massive thank you to all you guys who've signed up to Patreon, and a massive thank you from all my subscribers who also thank you for allowing me to do this, because it's a big expense for me. I can't afford to make big purchases like this on a day-to-day level, but I have needed one for a long, long time. So today is the 28th of January, which is one day after the 27th of January, isn't it? The 27th of January is the day when 63 years ago I came into this world. So we spare a moment's thought for my mum and dad. My dad, I have two brothers, and he was very, very excited to have a girl. Apparently, my mum tells me, he went all around the neighbourhood telling everybody that he had a baby girl. Yeah, and here I am now, 63 years later. Anyway, that's as maybe. Today is the most glorious sunny day. So what I'm going to do, if I can make this, if this has worked, I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to go around to the other side of the dam where I like to sit on that bench, and I'm going to talk to you about my birthday, which was a glorious day yesterday. It wasn't sunny like this, but it was. The sunshine was inside. It was amazing. So I'm going to test that this has worked, and if it has, I'm going to put my coat on and my hat, and we're going to walk round to the other side of the lake, the dam here, sit on that bench there and have a chat about what happened yesterday. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to answer comments, because I had a complete weekend free from doing anything to do with the internet at all. I mean, I did have a scheduled post for the English paper piece dog that was part 3. So if you're following along with that, that just posted itself. And so I'll get back now and I'll reply to any comments that have been about that, in case anyone's got any questions about that. But I'll shut up blethering now. I'll get ready and we'll go out. Let's see if that worked. I hope it did. How do you turn it off? Well, I'm going to try with the mic in the little port on the camera. I've just walked round to the bench here. It's really cold. It's really cold because there's absolutely no cloud cover. So there's nothing keeping the heat of the earth near to the earth's surface. And so it's we've just got freezing cold as far as the eye can see. But the sun is shining brightly over the lake, making me squint a bit. So it is a glorious day, 28th of January. And so I thought I would sit here in the beautiful sunshine and tell you about yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit overcast. But hey, for all that, it was still a brilliant day. And I had no idea what my kids had planned. I have 3 children, as I'm sure you're aware by now. And they have 3, a partner each. And so I think of myself as having 6 children. And 2 of them live in another country. And 4 of them live near me. And those 4 cooked up this plan yesterday. They were going to pick me up 10 o'clock. I just had to dress warmly. That was all I was told. Well, I live some distance from the sea, so I very rarely get to I was only at the sea once last year, because it's a big full-on day trip to go to the sea, and I don't know, I just didn't do it last year. Well, they took me to the sea. And in January, the North Sea can be very, very cold. And the prospect of spending the day by the sea wasn't terribly exciting, I have to say, however, not the way we did it. So, at Tynemouth, which is where we went, so I live right near the River Tyne, which is a river that flows through Newcastle, and I live, I don't know, about 3 miles south of the Tyne. But where it goes out into the sea is called Tynemouth. So we went right down to Tynemouth, where the sea, with the moon that we've just had, we had these fantastic crashing high tide crashing onto the beach. I mean, the sea was just unbelievably fierce, amazing. And so first of all they took me to a place which is a market that happens every weekend at Tynemouth in the station. It's a beautiful old Victorian station building, and there's a market there. I didn't take my camera. My daughter-in-law, Anna, she took hers, and she took a lot of photographs. And so any photographs that there are of yesterday are all Anna's. And Anna's got a blog. I'll put a link to Anna's blog in the description below. It's just her beautiful photographs. She makes beautiful photographs. So she took the photos, and I've only got a few that she sent to me, but I'll put them in here so that you can see what we got up to. So we went to Tynemouth Market, had a little bit of a potter around. Now, there's as this vlog unfolds, you get to know more and more about me, don't you? Well, one of the things I'm not sure I've mentioned is that, maybe I have, but I collect plastic superheroes. I haven't got many, I've just got a few. I've got Batman and Spider-Man and that kind of thing. I've got Buzz Lightyear as well, and just little models. Maybe I'll put some pictures in as well. Well, there were some stalls selling Star Wars plastic models. So I got Princess Amidala, Yoda, and I didn't really want this one, but there was a Princess Leia all dressed up, and the guy on the stall gave her to me. So I got Princess Leia for now. So they're my plastic superheroes. They've been added to the collection. The Amidala is pretty amazing, I have to say. So then we had a pot around there. We had a cup of coffee and we had a pot around Tynemouth Market. And then we went to just a little bay at Tynemouth. It's only small, massive crashing seas. But at the top of it, built in an old shipping container, is a place called Riley's Fish Shack. And it's, as I say, it's a shipping container, and they sell the most amazing seafood. And you can take it away, obviously sit outside if you want to, but it wasn't the day for sitting outside. And inside there are only 3 tables. It's only tiny, it's only a shipping container. And the middle table has a wood-burning stove set into the wall. It's quite amazing. It's like a window, but it's not. It's a stove. And anyway, as we arrived to get our food, the people on that table were just leaving, and we snagged it for ourselves. Warm. It was absolutely delicious, and the food was fantastic. So I had fish soup and a vegetable empanada, and we all had a walk down on the beach and then a hot chocolate. It was that kind of day, and the beach was fantastic. It was so wild and cold and January. I absolutely loved it. And then they brought me home. It was a brilliant day. So my birthday really started a few days before that, when all the pottery, my pottery friends, all bought me a beautiful camellia and made a bit of a fuss of me at pottery, which was nice. Then some friends took me to the cinema, and then on Saturday, and that was great, we went to see The Shawshank Redemption. It was the 25th year of that film, and it was shown on the big screen. Oh, powerful film, really powerful film. Just enjoyed seeing it again. I've seen it before, but I really enjoyed seeing it on the big screen with my two friends. Anyway, the next day, at Christmas, my dad gave my son some money to buy me some logs for the fire, because he's a generous man. And John turned up with these logs on Saturday, and I've got some little bits of video here. But at the same time as John was offloading these logs, fantastic, thank you John, another friend of mine turned up to give me a birthday present. That was really nice, when she left me the birthday present. But then she stayed and she stacked all the logs with me. She said, "I'll help you do these logs, Kate." I said, "No, don't worry about it, it's fine, I'll do them." No, come on, I'll just do a few with you. And by the time she started to do a few, I could tell that she wasn't going to stop until we'd done them all. So I got my logs stacked in half the time because of my good friend Jane. So as I said earlier, I've had an internet-free weekend. I did schedule that dog post to go up on the Saturday, because that's when the editions of the Dog Sew Along are going to go up on Saturdays. Number 4 will go up next Saturday. But I had an internet-free time. But on Thursday, I think it was, I posted a few more things in the shop. I have a few bits of pottery that I've posted. If anybody would like them, I've sold one already. If anybody would like them, go along to the shop. There's only a few. And it's like a pottery clear out before the next lot of pottery comes back from my college course. So I think that's all the news that's fit to print. It's going to be February soon, so we'll be able to turn over our calendar, those of us who've got them, and see what the February page has got in store. And I've made a decision, because I made the calendar that some of you have got, thank you, from the shop. I'm going to take the calendars out of the shop now, because, you know, the first month's gone now. I think I've only got about 7 copies left anyway, so that's really nice. But what I thought I would do, I made that calendar in November. I got all the images together and took it to the printers in November, so it was really last minute. But what I thought I'd do for the 2020 calendar, I thought I would take images from each month of Last Homely House videos. How would that be? That would be a good thing, wouldn't it? And so this month, for instance, we could have some beautiful pictures of the sea. We could have the English paper piece dog, maybe, some pictures of that. I don't know. I might look at it and see if we could have January pictures for January 2020 and keep doing it like that. So, thanks for watching, guys. I've made the patron card for February. It's ready to post. Some of the cards didn't arrive with people in the time that I wanted them to, so I'm going to send these ones much earlier. Thank you to all my patrons and to my new patrons. Absolutely brilliant. The February cards then, as I say, the Snow Moon cards, will be on their way to you very soon. I really enjoyed making them. A little bit of sparkle on them. And and then the February moon is going to be quite a challenge, because it's called the Worm Moon. And I guess it's when the earth starts to warm up and everything starts to think about growing. Although that often for me is when I get a big dump of snow. So it might not be very growy. The noises perhaps you can hear, maybe you can't, but Ben, who works the farm here, he's mucking out the cowshed, so all the big tractor noises you can hear are him. So guys, it's cold, and that's enough sitting down. That's all the sitting down I want to do. So I'm going to walk back home now. I'm going to edit this and post this, and tomorrow I think I've got another video coming, because I haven't dropped the ball on the tidying the drawers. I've got those videos stacked up. I'm going to post one tomorrow. I'll do some more drawer tidying. But for now, YouTube friends, if this new camera has worked, this is how it's going to be from now on. Great. Thank you, patrons. I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye now.